Hi everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is going to be my trimester 2 update. I actually can't believe that I'm filming this so soon after what feels like I only just filmed my trimester 1 video. In this video I'm going to be telling you everything about my weight gain, cravings, hospital appointments, TMI stuff and more, so carry on watching if you want to find out how my trimester 2 has gone. So as I'm filming this video I'm around 27.5 weeks pregnant, and I have to say that trimester 2, it's been sold to me before by my friends as like the honeymoon period where you're feeling good, you're feeling like yourself and you're not too immobile, so your bump isn't causing you too many issues, and I have to say I fully agree. In my second trimester, my energy levels have come back and I just feel like me with a bit of a bump, and the bump isn't that big. So I will insert shots of what it's looking like now. Another change was that I no longer feel sick. So I used to feel sick every time my stomach was empty. So in trimester 1 I had to eat every 2 hours, and I will be coming on to food in just a moment. It progressed to eating every 3 hours, and now I'm just back to normal really. So 3 meals, 3 to 4 healthy snacks a day. So regarding food, in my first trimester I said I was craving things like pizza, garlic bread, jam sandwiches. The carbs theme has definitely continued, and one thing that I think I forgot to mention in trimester 1 was that I loved crisps, so like pop chips or crisps and dips, and that is something that has definitely carried on. I do love eating more carbs as well, so bread, whether it be sandwiches or toast. I think that's my body telling me that my baby is wanting it, but yeah, I'm just honouring my hunger and eating whenever I feel hungry. Regarding fluid, I'm having lots of decaffeinated beverages, so coffee, tea. I am still having the occasional full caffeinated tea and coffee, but I'm just keeping it to no more than 2 to 3 of these drinks a day. Regarding fitness, I think that's something that has changed the most throughout trimester 2. So no longer am I doing my 40-minute cardio workouts or my 20-minute HIIT sessions. I'm not lifting heavy weights anymore. Instead, I'm following trimester 2 specific workouts, and I've actually created a whole playlist, so I will link it down below, and I basically do between 10 to 20 minutes on a morning. I've dropped my weights from 6 kg to 3 kg. I do that Monday to Friday before work, and then I try to make sure to go on a quick walk on my lunch hour because I am still working full-time as a dietitian, and I will be doing up until I'm 38 weeks pregnant. Then on a weekend I just like to go for a walk basically. I pop my wireless headphones on, I stick on an Audible. Audible is amazing by the way. I love listening to loads of books on there, and I'll pop my favourite down below. On the subject of books actually, that's something that I talk about all the time over on my Instagram stories, and I've actually created a little bubble tab that you can click on to see what I've been buying, and I will be showing you everything that I've bought throughout my pregnancy journey and then my newborn essentials, so look out for those videos as well. So regarding bump growth, that is another thing that's changed. My bump has definitely grown, and I actually really like it because no longer do I just feel like I've been eating too many, pies or mince pies at Christmas time, but I actually feel like I'm pregnant. My boobs have gone up a cup size, I have gained extra fat on my thighs and bum. I think my arms are pretty much the same. In total, I've gained about, I think it's 8 kilos, which is 1 stone 4 pounds, about 16 pounds. I expect to gain about 2.5 stone, about 16 kilos in total, so I think I'm on track. The baby at the moment is the size of an aubergine. Last week it was a broccoli head, and I love the fact that they compare babies to vegetables. I think it's brilliant. Because it's an aubergine and it's surrounded by lots of fluid, my bump, of course, I don't know if you can see it, but it is getting bigger. To help to avoid stretch marks, and I did do a whole post on this on Instagram, so again I'll link it down below. I'm aiming for a healthy balanced diet. I'm taking my pregnancy supplements, which I'll mention more in my pregnancy essentials video. I'm staying hydrated, and then every night I apply a stretch mark specific oil, and I've got a few which I'm loving, and then in the morning I make sure I put a stretch mark lotion on, just because I don't want to feel all oily and greasy. So that's something that I've kept up throughout trimester 2. Regarding movement, so I think that I felt my baby kick or realised that it was kicking quite late on, and that's because A, it's my first, and B, it's because my placenta is at the front, so it acts like a cushioning. I first felt it kick, I think it was in 23 weeks, so when I was 23 weeks pregnant, and first of all it was like 2 or 3 times a day, and now it's almost every hour really, and it's got so big in the last week that my actual stomach moves when it moves, so that's really nice, and it's really reassuring. It responds to sounds, so the other morning I woke up and I knew that the baby was asleep because I couldn't feel it, and then I sneezed about 3 times really loudly and it woke the baby up. and the baby started kicking. So it also responds to Oliver's voice. So there was one week, and I'll come on to how I've been feeling emotionally in a bit, but there was one week where I was quite upset that I hadn't felt the baby move for a couple of days, and then we'll lay down on the sofa and Oliver started talking, and anyway it started kicking in response to Oliver's voice. So yeah, it's really, really magical whenever you feel your baby move. Regarding nursery and baby items, again, I've got a whole little bubble on Instagram, so I will link that down below, and I will be doing a nursery tour video. So I'm in the nursery at the moment if you want to see that, as well as all the little bits that I've been getting. Regarding my clothes, so that's something that's changed. I'm actually wearing, this is a dress from the Katie Piper collection, the maternity collection at One That Trend. I've got a couple of other dresses from there. I've got some bits from Jojo Mama and Baby, and I've also got the bump belts and the bump bands. So I'll show you those in my pregnancy essentials video. One of the main things though that I did do early on in trimester 2 was size up. So my bra size has gone up a cup size, and my knicker size has gone up as well. I did actually get measured, and I didn't actually agree with their measurement because I'd measured myself and I know what cup size and bra size I wear, and I just think if it feels comfy and if it fits well, then that's the right size for you. And I do know that depending on what shop, they can measure you slightly differently. So appointments with your midwife is something that steps up. I've gone and seen my midwife 3 times in total. She takes your blood pressure, she does the heart rate of the baby, and she also looks at your wee just to make sure there isn't any protein or any glucose in there. I haven't had a glucose tolerance test. In some places they do it standard for everybody, and then some places they just do it for high risk women. Other appointments I've had, I've been to the doctors, I've had my whooping cough injection, and actually I'm touching my left arm. I didn't have it in my left arm because, as I'll come on to in a moment, I'm sleeping on my left side, so I had it in my right arm. My right arm did ache for about 4 days, but it is worth it because that means that when your baby's born, it's protected against whooping cough. I also collected my MAT 1B certificate, which is to do with your maternity pay, and the big thing is I had my 20-week scan. So this is the picture that we got, if you can see it here. So it's really clear, so we've got the head here and then the body, and you can see the little heartbeat there. So that was really nice. It was something that I felt quite nervous about, to be honest, because at the 20-week scan they look at all the organs, they make sure that your baby's growing correctly, and we were actually quite lucky. Well, it wasn't very nice, but at 16 weeks one of the midwives tried to get the heartbeat and she struggled, so we actually had a scan early, and so we got to find out the gender at 16 weeks, and then it was confirmed at 20 weeks. So if you haven't seen my gender reveal post, we are having a baby boy. We have chosen the name, so I've done a little plaque and it's over there. It's quite a traditional name, and when I've looked it up, I think it is on like the top 20, so if you've got any guesses as to what it is, please leave it down below. It was actually Oliver's choice, and then I've agreed, and I think it's really nice. So yeah, we call our baby that name now. Something else that I'm going to make a full video on is hypnobirthing. So I've been to 2 classes now. That's through the NHS. I think it's quite rare to get them free through the NHS, but it's been amazing. I just feel really empowered. It helps to normalise birth, and just a little quick tip is that later on in pregnancy you need to remember the acronym UFO. So upright, forward and open, so whenever you're sitting. So I've gone and bought a fit ball to sit on, and that also applies when you're giving birth. You shouldn't be on your back ideally, either squatting or on all fours or in a water. And I am actually trying to go for a water birth at the moment, so I will film a whole birth plan and hypnobirthing video, just so that this video isn't uber long. So regarding sleeping, in my second trimester I trained myself to sleep on my left hand side. I've got a curved C pillow, and I've got a little cheese wedge pillow that I keep behind me, and it was quite tough for a week. I kept on waking up on my back and I'd be like, oh, really frustrated. But now I fall asleep on my left hand side and I wake up on my left. Sometimes I rotate to my right hand side, but it is better for you to start sleeping on your left, just because if you sleep on your back, then the weight of the uterus can compress some of the blood vessels in your back, which isn't good. So the last thing I want to touch on is my emotions, and I want to be really honest with you. As much as I've loved being pregnant, and really, you know, now when I'm feeling in move, I think it's so amazing, this pregnancy has been filled with anxiety. So I was really emotional in week 12, and then I was really anxious before the 20-week scan to make sure that everything was okay. And then when I did start to feel in move, if I'd go for a day and I didn't, it was horrible. I honestly felt that my baby just wasn't there anymore. And I actually did a post, quite an honest post on Instagram, and it was just really reassuring. So many comments saying that you guys felt the same, because whenever I'd say it to other people, that they didn't really understand what I was saying, and I just thought I was being irrational. So you made me feel really normal. Now that the baby's kicks have come more and more, and I know how to stimulate the baby by drinking cold water, and Oliver doesn't like me doing that because I think it's a bit cruel. So yeah, so the baby is a-okay now, but I have gone through turmoil. Even last week I went to the hygienist on Monday, and the really high-pitched squeaking that they do of like the water clean, my baby was like squirming so much, and I've actually decided that I'm not going to go for another hygiene appointment just because I didn't like the baby's movements at that time. So that's it. So that's my trimester 2 update video. I hope that you found this useful and interesting. If you are pregnant, then congratulations. Thank you so much for following me on either YouTube and also my Instagram. I've been just inundated and really overwhelmed with the amount of DMs and advice you guys have been giving, and hopefully I've been then disseminating all of the useful advice back to everyone so you can all see it. I've loved documenting my pregnancy journey, and like I said, when I get back from holidays, I'm actually going to Italy tomorrow, so when this video is uploaded I will be there, hopefully in the sunshine. I'll be filming lots more videos for you, so again, if you've got any requests then please do comment them down below. Thanks for watching guys, bye!